Okay, so today we're going to be talking about raising capital to start your own yacht detailing or boat cleaning business. You have to have money to get this done, and one of the easiest ways to go out of business is not to have enough capital when you get started. So, since you're going to need the money to get this done, unless you're going to start with no money and do it down and dirty, perhaps use dry wash and a bucket and go get a few jobs until you can make some money and then reinvest that money and build as you go. It's a slower build. It's possible. People do it all the time. Immigrants come from other countries and start businesses uh, washing cars with a bucket and water and a sponge, and they end up someday owning 10 car washes because they're hardworking, and that's what built America. So you can do it that way. But I'm assuming you want to get your business started and get going and get off on the right foot. In that case, we're talking about capital expenditures. It's going to cost you money to buy equipment and to get your business going, to do all the marketing, buy your uniforms and brochures, and do a little advertising and buy everything you need to get it done, pay for your insurance, um, and do that. So let's talk a little bit about how you're going to get capital. I want to talk about a number of ways. You might want to get an investor, an angel investor, some person that you know, perhaps a friend or someone that's interested in investing in your business, and you're going to probably end up giving them a little bit of a partnership or something like that to get going. Um, Angel investors are preferable, obviously, to venture capital, who will want a larger piece of the pie, probably 50% or more, and that's all negotiable. But they aren't so interested in small-time service businesses. They're interested in something that you can build up and grow very rapidly, and maybe even someday do an IPO. Chances are, if you're looking at that level of business, you're definitely going to need a business plan. You're going to need to really get some big capital to get going in your first round of funding, but you're probably also going to need to get your business started and show them that you know what you're doing and that you have a great plan for going forward on top of that. Okay, so angel investor, venture capital is one way. Family and friends is the most typical way that people get money. You find one of your friends who has a little bit more than you do, and you see if they might want to invest in your company, or you get a loan from your family, or you make them your partners, which is tough. Be aware of all the situations that can occur with family members and investors. Okay, you can get a bank loan. A lot of people get bank loans. You can get an SBA loan. There's lots of stipulations. Those aren't as good as you might think. They're not as easy to get as you might think, but you can get them. So you can also invest in your company and get started using a credit card. And a lot of people use credit cards to start their businesses. That can be very expensive interest after the introductory period where they give you a certain percentage deal for a little while and they raise it up again. So that's expensive money, but a lot of people these days start their businesses using credit cards. They get 2 or 3 credit cards and they buy their equipment. And they pay for their business expenses. They get the thing going, and then they have to pay off that debt. So, but it is one way to do it. If you own a home, you might be able to take out a second. That's not as easy as it used to be. You might be able to get a secured home loan, line of credit, something of that nature. Now then, you might want to get a business partner that has money. You put in the sweat equity, and they put in the money, and you work together on your business. This might be good if they have business experience prior, and they know how to run a business, and you don't. They can certainly keep you out of trouble by not making the same mistakes that they have made in the past when they were building whatever company they built to earn the money to be afforded the ability to invest in your company today as a partner. You can go buy a franchise. There are some cleaning franchises. I don't know if there are any boat cleaning franchises, but I think I do remember there are a couple. Franchisors, and I'm a former franchisor from the mobile car wash sector. They always have programs, vendors, partners that they do business with, and leasing companies, and they have access to capital. They have to, or they can't sell franchises. You might find a distributor where you end up becoming a distributor of them for either the products or their brand name extension or something of that matter, and you buy their equipment and you buy a package and you become a distributor. You might be able to get equipment financing from various equipment vendors where they'll put you on a lease, so you can get maybe a piecemeal where you get some money from your savings account, some money you borrow from family and friends, some on credit cards, and then they help you finance the equipment. So sometimes you can go piecemeal on this. You don't necessarily have to do one or the other, or you can do a combination of all of them maybe. Maybe you get your business going and then get a venture capitalist later to take it to the next level. Or maybe you can start your business slow and your family and friends see what you're doing. Now they're interested because it's working. Everyone wants to invest in a winner. Not everyone wants to invest in the beginning. It's interesting, once your business gets going and it's successful, they all come out of the woodwork and they say, we were behind you all the time. Really? Because you didn't invest any money. So now you're my friend, right? It's like when someone wins the lottery. They have so many new friends they don't know what to do with, of course. Now you can also get a mobile detail trailer financed by the people that make the mobile detail trailer, make a whole little package. You can buy a van, and you can put extras in with the commercial loan, so that they might build you a special insert inside with some equipment and put it all in, wrap it all into the one loan. It's an auto loan. Or you can do a boat loan. You get a pontoon boat, and you take off all the couches and all that stuff that comes with it, all the seating, and you put on your equipment instead, and you finance it through the boat vendor. Sometimes they'll do that for you. You can also try this new thing called crowdfunding. You know what? It actually works. I talked to some entrepreneurs who've actually done that and gotten enough money to get together to do their business. If it's an exciting enough business, if there's other people at the harbor and the marina that kind of like someone to clean boats, they might want to invest in someone who's going to be doing their boat. Speaking of which, if you can't get crowdfunding, or you can't, that doesn't work out for you, you might find corporate customers who want your services. However, you don't have any equipment yet, so they might invest in your company or give you a loan or give you the money up front, and you take it out in services for them in kind of an advancement, and maybe work out some kind of interest deal for you. Now, what about a nonprofit? If you're starting a nonprofit boat cleaning business, and you might think that's funny, but there are people that do this. The Sea Cadets might need to make money for their group. The Boy Scout Marine Explorers, they might want to do this to earn money for their group. Nonprofit sailing club or something like that might want to get together with you, and this is a way for them to make money and for you to make money, and or maybe you don't care about making money, you just want to earn money doing something positive around the marina that has to do with the hobby or services that's part of the nonprofit situation. Can you get a grant for that? You might be able to. There are grant writers all the time. Maybe you can say you're going to train people on how to clean boats, and you're going to train them for free, and you need a grant for training new people to start new businesses, and someone might be involved with that. That could be good. What about your own savings? Hopefully, I hope you've saved some money. Maybe you have some investments. Maybe you have a 401k. Talk to a financial advisor. I'm not one. I don't know much about that, but I do know that there are tax penalties if you borrow money from yourself and you don't pay it back in a certain amount of time. A business like this may not have a return on investment that's quick enough for you to pay it back on time quick enough to forego those tax penalties. So you have to think about that. We have a lot of rules for small businesses, and because most businesses don't work, they really don't want you taking all your net savings out of your 401k and investing it in something like this, because you don't pay it back to your savings, and you end up dead or broke at age 60, which is the most common thing for people these days. Now then, what about a business opportunity? There's lots of them around. There's a lot more of those than there are franchises, and there are business opportunities that do mobile detailing, mobile auto detailing, mobile boat detailing. Maybe they do both. Maybe they do detailing for cars, boats, and airplanes, and it's a business opportunity, and you can start, and you have a package deal with the equipment, and you pay them a little bit extra, and they get you all set up. That's one way to do it. They can help you get financing for that. So there are ways to get this done. It's not impossible. Those are just some of the ways that that I've seen people do. Now, mind you, for about 12 years, I ran a franchising company. Then I sold it. But in our franchising company, we were always finding ways for our franchisees to get money, and I was surprised how many different ways they would get money to buy our franchise. We had a $10,000 franchise fee to start out. Eventually, we went up to $20,000, and we had all the equipment, and we could help them get financing on some stuff. But they had to come up with that money up front. And sometimes we'd finance a little bit of the franchise fee, and they would borrow money from different kinds of sources and places, and by hook or crook, they'd find a way to get into business. As an entrepreneur, you have to be a scrambler. You have to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. Nothing's going to stop me. So help me God. I'm just going to get out there. I'm going to kick butt. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to find a way to get this done. You have to have that attitude, especially when raising capital. You know what? Failure is not an option. If you're going to do this, you have to have your mindset that nothing on this earth is going to stop you from starting your business. And if you start thinking with that mindset, you start thinking about what I've said, and if you prepare a business plan and you really start understanding how it all works, you'll find a way to get this done. This is a good service business. It's a lot of sweat equity. I mean, you're going to work hard to build up your business, but you can find a way to get all this done. Okay, so as far as raising capital, that's what I would suggest. If you're wondering how much capital you're going to need and what kind of equipment and all those kinds of things, you can look at some of my other videos. Also, you might want to purchase my ebook online at Amazon Kindle, and it's not expensive. It's $4 or $5. I forget what I marked that at. If you don't have a Kindle or an e-reader that you can download that from the internet, email me. I'll send you a free copy. Okay, I just want you to succeed. I want you to do good in business, and I want you to really make this a planning process and think about it and get the capital you need to start your business, because undercapitalized businesses are the most likely businesses to fail, okay? And I don't want you to fail, because life's too short, and although adversity builds character, and they say these days it's okay to fail, trust me, failing's no good. You don't like it, you won't want it. So that's what I have to say, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, because that's what this YouTube thing is so good for. Also, you can email me at lance@carwashguys.com. If you have any comments or questions, or if you're thinking of something and you want to just run it by me, go ahead. I'll email you back. I'm pretty good about that. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a great day, and happy